this way. And Riley. And Riley. 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 He's looking at the squirrels and the birds and the stuff out there. Riley. There's Riley face. I don't think you can see him on Instagram. But let me see. Oh, now you can see him on Instagram. Here's my Riley face. Oh, who does not want to be here? Here's a Riley face. Oh, I got good cuddles from the Riley this morning up underneath my blanket, so it's cracking me up, which is good because I slept like crap. Everybody, hi, baby. Hello, hello. All right, everybody say a prayer that surgery is on for Friday. So I have this sort of bonus week right now, which I hadn't really budgeted for. Hi. So I hadn't really budgeted for because, hi, Jenny. I, really felt like I was going to be doing nothing this week because I would be laying around, waiting for, healing and all of that. And hi, Chris and Tony and Sharon and everyone and Jenny, yay! So I feel like I have this bonus week, so I've been trying to do stuff, get stuff done, which is funny because I felt like I did that last week, and I was like, what else do I have to do? Except then, of course, there's always more stuff that we can do, right? So this morning was, thank you, sweetheart. So this morning was, I decided that I'm going to, I was going to continue my exercises and workouts to the best of my ability because I want to get my arms and my shoulders and my abs strong for being on crutches. And then my workout, I kind of got away from me a little bit today, and I got in the office and started doing stuff, and then I never showered. So here you get Sherry in, mostly natural. I did put on a little bit of makeup. I don't want to scare anybody. In the mostly natural, and then I'll take a shower later. Because you know what? You got to live in the moment. And if you're caught up in the flow of doing stuff and being productive, then you go with it. So, and you take those blessings because, with my work in Mary Kay, Mary Kay always taught us to work when you can because there'll always be a time when you can't. And so, when you get caught up in the moment and you're in the flow, just go with it and not worry about it. So hence you get me sweaty. So not still sweaty, but anyway, so I hope you had a great weekend. I hope that things are peaceful in your world, in your part of the world. I don't think any of us are so naive to think that the minute the election and the inauguration was over, that all of our problems would be solved. So in the United States. So, hi, Robin. Thank you so much, sweetie. But I hope that for wherever you are, that there is some peace for you, knowing that at least this sort of American waiting game has passed, and that we can move forward and hoping for good results. And just to get political here for a second, when Obama was elected, a lot of us felt like, we got him in the office. We can just all take our eye off the ball and we can just go live our lives and yeah, y'all take care of it in Washington, and we'll see in 4 years. That cannot happen, no matter what side of the aisle or the argument or the issue or whatever it is. That cannot happen. And that's part of the awakening. That's part of what's been going on for the last 5 years. That's been part of it, is the universe took us and, what can I shake? Here's my bag of snacks. Do you feel like that? And shook us because we stopped paying attention. We stopped listening to the universe. We stopped listening to spirit. We stopped listening to our bodies. We stopped listening to each other. And so this shakeup that we have had for the last 5 years has really, been that cosmic bitch slap for so much of humanity to be like, hey, it is time to wake up. And so, like I say, whatever your political leanings are, wherever you are, it is so important that we do not take our eyes off the ball this time. It is so important that we continue to be aware of what our government, whatever country you're in, of what our government is doing, and that our voice is heard, but that we are looking at what is going to benefit not just me and not just you, but what is going to benefit the collective of humanity, because those voices are rising. And oh my goodness, did you, if again, no matter what part of the political spectrum you might be on, Amanda Gorman, oh my heavens, because if you didn't hear her poem, 22-year-old America's Youth Poet Laureate, I didn't even know we had such a thing. That child is amazing. And she's so cute. Like the day after the inauguration, she's like, "Oh my gosh, my book is #1 on Amazon. I'm so surprised." Like that girl just blew up the internet. So the poem that she shared was so powerful and so impactful to talk about a nation that is unfinished and a nation that is growing and changing and learning. And she really was the cherry on top of America being in the throat chakra. And just, okay, Cinda, you got to go. You got to go. We don't have any spammer people here. So you got to go. Not welcome. Nope. Bye-bye. So folks, as I have said 100 times, if you get somebody who comes on a video you're watching and it says message me, just delete them, just block them. They are not a true psychic medium, or somebody who is working with integrity is never going to say that to you. So please, again, do not hit these folks that say message me. Just delete all that and ignore it. So, and I apologize. So we are a nation, we are humanity that is unfinished. We are humanity that is unfinished. And it is such a joy to see this kind of stuff coming forward, where we are having such an awareness on such a gigantic stage, where the entire world watched this young woman share her words, her beautiful words, acknowledging the imperfect nature, not just of America, but of humanity, and talking about where we could go if we were willing to see the light and be the light. And if I don't know what else could possibly have been a call for reminding people that there is more than just what we see in our blinder vision every day. And so I just think that the cavitations that she created were spectacular. And again, no matter what side of the political spectrum that you're on, her words were a call for all of us to be the light and to see the light in all things. So it is important for us as people in America, again, whatever side you're on, that we keep our eye on the ball, that we continue to be aware. Because when all of this fight was going on, everybody was super hyper aware. We knew exactly where our Congress people stood. We knew where we stood on every issue. We knew what was going on. Please don't shift that, because I'm not saying live your life tied to the news. I am not saying that, because that will suck the energy right out of you. What I am saying is be aware, know what's going on, because keeping our leaders of all countries aware that we are paying attention. It's apathy where they can run amok, where they think we're not paying attention, they can do whatever they want. It keeps them knowing we're here, we're paying attention, we're watching, and it keeps the pressure on from us to keep our leaders moving in the best direction for our nation, our neighborhoods, and our planet. So for me personally, very, very grateful to see the Keystone Pipeline canceled, to see the transgender military ban revoked, to see LGBT rights protected, just a lot of things that are going to help a lot of people and that are going to save our environment. Love seeing tribal leaders being included in so many of these things, the decisions and cabinet positions and all of this stuff, because that is inclusivity. That is governing for all of us. And I think that that's very, very important. So because it isn't just about the United States, it's about our planet. And we have to work from a position of what is going to be best for everyone alive on this planet and what is going to be best for our live living planet. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, be involved, be part of it. Because if you're watching me, then, or people like me, then you know how important it is that we are sharing our light and the light with others. And so for Amanda Gorman to end her speech with that information, to be the light. Oh gosh, can y'all hear me? I totally didn't even remember to unplug my headphones. Hello. So with that information, to be the light, I just think that was so powerful and so timely, and what an incredible symbol and signal from the universe that we have so much work to do, but that we must do it together, being the light. And I just thought that was so powerful. So if you haven't seen her video, I have it on my personal Facebook page. I can share it on this page too. But to use those specific words, what a call to action for people like us. And it is so much that we have to continue to share that information with each other, that we are sharing our light. We are sharing our light with others. Okay, that we are sharing our light with each other, because we are stronger together. We are so beautifully diverse, and we have more power when we are together. It is, if you ever looked at how a rope is made, it is a whole bunch of smaller fibers that are wound together to be a bigger fiber. And then those fibers are wound together to make a bigger fiber. And then those fibers are wound together to make a bigger fiber, because we truly are stronger together. And that is, I think, what is just so incredibly important about where we are in our humanity right now. Because I've been talking for a while about, we talk about the evolution of humanity through the chakra system. And, there's a lot of overlap, and it's not, one closes, one opens, it's not like that. It's a lot of bleeding and blurring the lines together. But when we have where we've been for the last few decade for sure, but really probably longer, probably 2 decades, where we've been is in the throat chakra, of women finding their power, people finding their voices, Black Lives Matter, all of these things that are pulling up our voice. Hear our voice. And for the horrific actions that were taken against George Floyd, it is not coincidence that they stood on his neck, on his voice. And so that was so symbolic in the higher realm, to understand there is the freeing of the voice and the squishing of the voice. And so here we are in this time where we must continue to use our voice, but we can see it is now moving up into the third eye, where we are starting to see the light, and where we absorb and see the light. And here is where we be the light, right? From the crown chakra is where we bring in that light and we embody that light. And so humanity is moving, it's moving. And so, as we have said for many, many months, as we continue to see the rising of the light, we will continue to see the rising of the dark. And the dark right now is a little discombobulated because of what has happened. And so they're going to reorganize. Don't make any mistake. They're not going to go away. They're going to reorganize, and they're going to look like something different. And it's going to be up to us to recognize when the light is reorganized and comes with a new outfit on, to be able to say, I still see you. I still see you. Okay, so this is what's so important, that we continue on our path and not become complacent because the inauguration inaugurated the person that we were hoping for. Okay, we must not become complacent in fighting for the light if we have the courage to see it, and if we have the courage to be it, right? So this was so, so important. All right, so let's talk a little bit. Okay, so I want to say same thing I said last week because we couldn't get the insurance approval. The doctor's office was really trying to rush it through, and so I'm scheduled for knee surgery for this Friday, and then if that happens, then I may or may not be with you for next Monday, and we will have to wait and see what happens on Friday. So I'm hoping, because if they can't do it this Friday, we may have to wait until after the manatee season because there won't be enough time for me to recover. So we are hoping and praying that we're going to be in and ready to go Friday morning, and that everything is going to be set with the doctor's office and the surgical team and all of that. And so, as I had said to you last week, I don't know what Monday's going to look like. And so I say that to you today. Surprise, here I am. I don't know what next Monday's going to look like. So we're going to just take it one day at a time. And I'm leaving it to the universe to, have it. I know that they're going to make it be the way that it's going to be the best for all involved. So, but if you want to send up some prayers that they can get it worked out so that we are good to go for Friday, I am grateful. So, because frankly, I'm tired of this nonsense and I'd like to be able to move forward. So, let's see what's going on. Excuse me. I do have, just so you know, I have a Toby in the drawer. I have a Dixie standing behind me. I have a Riley in the window. I am surrounded by the love of our pups and cat. Riley's a cat. So, surrounded by our love of our fur people. So, all right, so here we are, quieting the mind. So our first card is going to be from the Seven Energies Oracle deck, which is all about where is our energy focused on this week? Where do we need to be feeling into the universe? Where are we feeling into our energy? Where are we bringing that light in? And where are we bringing that in and working from? Where are you working from? What energy center is going to be most beneficial, most productive for you to be working from this week? And that's going to be quieting the mind, which of course is going to be the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. So exactly what we've just been talking about. Excuse me. And so we want to make sure that we are listening, Now I do want to share that if you join me on Wednesday night, we do a lot with guided meditation. A lot of people have been asking me lately about, which guided meditation do I like and all of those things. And I want to say to you, if you are a beginning meditator, and I love a good guided meditation, I absolutely do, but there are times when it's so important that you just quiet the mind. And the way that we do that is by putting on some instrumental music, not music with words, not a meditation with words, and we just sit quietly and listen. We allow the mind to go quiet. And I'm not talking about, people say to me all the time, oh, I can't meditate because I can't, quiet my mind. I can't stop thinking about feed the dog, do the laundry, whatever, all that stuff. I get it. And so we can acknowledge those thoughts and just let them go by without having to oh yeah, I have to do the laundry, so I have to No, you don't have to invest in that thought. Just acknowledge it and let it go by. You don't have to invest in it. But when we can quiet the mind, when we can allow ourselves to just sit quietly and breathe with music that does not have words, with music that is not a guided meditation, with music that does not have lyrics to it. It could be any kind of music, but just allow yourself to sit in it without the words, because with the words, the left side of the brain, the monkey mind, follows the words, right? But in the right side, when the left side is occupied by just listening to the music, then the right side of the brain is allowed to wander. When we have a guided meditation, then we're not allowed to wander. The left side is listening to the words and doing what the person is telling you to do, and then we're not being free to wander, which is why if you are, that's awesome, Chris, if you are, but then you fall asleep. So, which is why on Wednesdays, I'll leave you for a few minutes in the quiet of your own thoughts. So I want to share with you that, and most of you know that my twin flame had passed away a little over a year ago. And in my meditation this week, I have really been sort of sticking into known meditations and guided meditations and meditations with certain thoughts or certain questions and certain, things more than my normal, what do I need to know for my highest and best good to go forward on my path today, which has been my question for years, because I was afraid to allow him to come into meditation, even though the other part of me, left brain is afraid, right brain is going, please, please, please communicate with me, right? So how irrational is that? You think you're the only ones. So to be able to welcome him into a meditation. And so this weekend I spent some time in that, and it was so beautiful to feel that energy, to feel that connection, and to know that he has been patiently waiting for me to be ready, because grief is different for everybody, and you have to just walk your own path in your own time, in your own way. And anybody who tells you that you're not doing it right with your grief should, go sit down and be quiet. And so after that happened, in this beautiful meditation, it was really just very, very reassuring and very warm and filled with love. And I went out to the mailbox to get the mail, and as I was walking back in, this beautiful red cardinal flew like right in front of my path. It didn't fly away; it just kind of hopped and then hopped, and it was just right where I couldn't possibly miss it. And it was such an amazing gift, because we have cardinals here in Florida, but I usually only see them in the morning. I've never seen them in the afternoon or evening. This was late afternoon, and I've only ever seen them. I know it sounds silly. I've only ever seen them in my backyard, not in my front yard. And he popped right in front of me. And made sure that I saw him. And I thought was so fantastic is because cardinals are red. I had asked, because you want to, when you're communicating with your loved ones, it's okay to ask them for what you want. Ask them to send you a sign. Ask them to send you a symbol. But ask them to send you what you are looking for. So I had asked for a specific signal, for a specific sign. I had asked for a heart, because Valentine's Day is going to be here before you know it, and I just honestly could not think of something to ask him for. And so in my mind, it just popped in, probably from him, that said, a heart. And so I had this red heart, image in my mind. And so here comes this cardinal. And cardinals are considered not only beautifully bright red, but they are considered to be very romantic birds, that they are filled with light and love, and that because they mate for life, and they sing to their partners, they serenade their partners, and they are very romantic with their goings on with their mates, and they are very faithful. And I just thought, well, what an amazing sign of love and red and heart and all of those things. And so to be able to have that imagery to come in, and to be able to see this cardinal, it was just such an incredible gift. And so I want to encourage you, because this card is for all of us. This card is for all of us, because while on the one hand I say to you, please don't take your eye off the ball of looking at the news and being aware of current events and what's going on in the world around us is so important now. We cannot fall back into complacency. But at the same time, we don't have to bury ourselves in it, and we don't have to panic about it, and we don't have to stress, but just to allow that we are aware of what is going on, and that we release it to the universe. We take action when needed, but we release it to the universe. Understand, okay, Edon, goodbye. Goodbye. We're not having you here, so you can go away. Okay, bye-bye. Calling you out right in front of everybody. Say goodbye. So I've noticed that that's one of the better ways to deal with the spammers that come on, is just to call them out right away. And then they're like, when they leave, like mice. So when we're allowing that we take action when we are called to, we take action when we feel like we need to, and at the same time that we are not falling into the drama, okay? Not falling into the drama, that we're trusting the universe, that the universe is going to take care of it, that the universe has a higher plan. And we've seen that over the last 5 years. We've seen the whole wakening up of the humanity. And so we want to quiet the mind, be aware of what is going on around us, but not get pulled into the drama of it. There is so much that we get frustrated about, and guilty for me as well, where especially like, for me with wearing of the masks, I feel like when I see somebody not wearing a mask, I kind of just, part of me just wants to walk up to them and go, put on the mask. But it's not my job to police other people. And I do struggle with that. But it's not my job to police other people. It is my job to send them light and love and to, okay, Umar, goodbye. Oh my goodness, we are so popular today. Goodbye, Umar, goodbye. We're not having you here. Goodbye. Oh my goodness, we are so popular today. I do kind of take it as a compliment, I guess. Where was I? So when I see somebody not wearing the mask, I do want to like send love towards them. And first, I'm praying for their safety, that they're not going to get COVID. And second of all, I'm praying for them to see the light, that it's so important that they are using proper precautions to protect themselves and those around them. So all of these things are important. So. All right, so let's move on to our goddess cards and see who is with us today. So I think it's very interesting with these spammer people that you start calling them by name and they all run for the hills. I think that's so funny. Just checking to make sure there wasn't one slipped by me. All right, so we have Maya. Oh, this is great. So Maya, this is the goddess Maya. And she is Maya, and she is, and seriously, like I literally just opened right to her page. I love that. Okay, so with Maya, she is the Hindu goddess of illusion. She calls on us to trust that the invisible, oh my gosh, it calls on us to trust that the invisible world is responding to our deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for myself and others. Are you kidding me with this? I mean, I cannot make this up. Oh, seriously, okay, that would be helpful. Thank you, Robin. You can't see the card? Okay. So, all right, so this is Maya, the Hindu goddess. Thank you, Robin. So calls on you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtain of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. Trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. That is amazing. I absolutely love this. And I love that the cards, because the cards are never, ever, ever, ever wrong. The cards are always right. And that we have Maya who is going to help us and for us to trust that all things are working together for good. How fantastic is that? How fantastic is that? Robin, I want everybody to say thank you to Robin Kasdan Toby for having our back and deleting the spammers' comments and protecting us all, helping to keep our safe space, our clear, clean space. I do want to say, so Robin, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you for always having my back. And I do want to also say, that when I check the numbers today, we're at 793. That's fantastic. That just means 7 more people that are becoming part of our family, our community of light. 7 more people, and we're going to give away another 30-minute reading on Facebook. So Instagram, folks, if you are watching on Instagram and you're not following my Facebook page, Sherry Dworkin-Smith Psychic Medium on Facebook, please come on over there because we're getting ready for the next free 30-minute reading to give out. And then we're going to switch over and we're going to do another challenge on Instagram. So Facebook fam, if you are not following on, okay, Ibrahim, you're out. Goodbye. Nope, you're not inboxing anybody. Go away, Ibrahim. Goodbye. Move. We're not having your scammy stuff here. Nobody wants your scamminess. Go away. Stop. We're deleting your comments. Goodbye. We don't want your scammy stuff here. So, and then we also do block these people. Just so that you know, we do always block these people as well. So if you are a scammer and you're coming on my page, please know that we're calling you out by name. We're deleting all your comments and we are blocking you so you won't be able to come back. So goodbye. You should leave now. Okay, so what was I saying that was so nice? Nope. Oh, you don't give up so easily, Ibrahim Yusuf. Go away. We're not playing with you today. So, wow. Keep along, keep along, keep along. We're going to block you as soon as video's over because you're a spammer. Bye-bye, bye-bye. I think Robin and I are trying to spam, delete them as fast as we can. So, Ibrahim Yusuf is a spammer. Oh, Adewale is a spammer. Wow, we are just overrun today. Adewale is a spammer. Adewale is a spammer. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I really do take it like a sort of a compliment that we are just, getting to be so wonderful that they have to, they think all of you are so wonderful that they just can't resist but trying to reach out to you, all of these spammer people. So please make sure that you are protecting yourself because all these people want is your money. They're going to say, inbox me for free. Oh, this one says, inbox me now for your reading. It's for free, which then they're going to tell you you have some sort of curse or cootie or something that only they can really, remove for you. And honestly, we just don't want to even get our energy even tied up with these people because this is just, it's all just negative, scammy, cord attaching energy, vampire energy. So we don't want to have any of this vampiric energy on us. So we are going to continue to call them out by name, and we have a whole lot of them today, my heavens. And so we're just going to continue to call them out by name. Robin and I are going to delete their comments as fast as we can, and then at the end of the video we're going to go through, we're going to block every single one of them so they can't come back. Although we've seen this name Adewale before, so maybe that's common. I don't know, but we're going to block all of them. So. Okay, so trusting yourself, trusting the universe, knowing that we are listening to what's going on around us, taking those cues that as guidance, as gospel, and knowing that Maya is with us to help guide us as we are going along, that all things are going to continue to work together for good, and that all the universe is working things out for our highest and best good. And so we're talking about quieting the mind and listening to what is being sent to you from the universe, because there has been, I'm sure you will agree, that there has been an overabundance of noise from everywhere leading up to this last week. It has been incredibly noisy, energetic, emotional, and just noise. And it is so important that even while we are staying in tune with what's going on in the world and we're keeping our eye on the ball, that we're not drowning ourselves in all this information. You can like live on CNN or Fox or wherever, and you can just overwhelm yourself with information. You just think of it like Dragnet. You're in the TV show Dragnet, just the facts, ma'am. We just need the facts. Just tell me what's going on and take action when you need to, and just know that you are being protected. Always you are being protected, and that we are being guided every day to move forward on our path for our highest good. But being able to find the quiet in those, even in those guided meditations, find the quiet so that you can receive that guidance from the universe, because your cardinal or your sign from above is waiting for you as well. And so here's the first card from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle, which is Warrior Woman. And we've seen her before. We have seen her before. And so what's so important about her is that we are not done fighting, except that we don't have to fight like this. We fight like this. We fight from the heart. We fight by sharing our love. And so when I do see somebody who's not wearing a mask, yes, there is part of me that wants to just be like, put it on. And then there's another part of me that says, well, I'm going to just send her love and light, and I'm going to just encourage her to feel like, or him, that they should put that mask on for the greatest good of all concerned, including themselves. So it is so important that we are fighting from a place of the heart, that we are warriors for love and warriors for the light. The courage to, if only we have the courage to see the light, and then the courage to be the light, right? This is what Amanda Gorman taught us. and that we are keepers of the earth. So fighting for the environment, leading by example, being involved in our communities, being involved with our fellow humans, being involved with our neighbors. Do you know your neighbors? Do you know the people who live in your neighborhood? Okay, Sesame Street's song in my head. Who are the people in your neighborhood? Okay, sorry. Nope, still going in my head. So know your neighbors. Are you involved in your community? Because we talk a lot about the ripples on the water, right? And how we make our drop our pebble and we make our circles in the water, and they drop their pebble in the water, we make our circles and we join together. We make an impact starting in our own homes, starting in our own neighborhood, our own church or synagogue circle, our own city and town, and then out to the state and to the country and to the global community. Okay, so that we are, it's going to be in my head the whole rest of this day, so that we are that we are leading by example, but we are starting at home, because that's where integrity is. And when we are connected in with the light and connected in with the universe, how can I make a difference here? How can I make a difference here in my home? How can I make a difference in my neighborhood? How can I make a difference? And we move to the greater spheres by one step at a time. And I always come back to the story of the starfish with the little girl walking on, or boy walking on the beach, person walking on the beach, and there was just all this massive starfish that had, washed up on the beach, and the child was throwing them back one by one, and the person watching said, what are you doing? You can't possibly throw them all back. You can't make a difference. And the child holding the starfish in their hand said, well, I can make a difference for this one, and threw it back. And we don't quit. We don't give up, but we make a difference for one at a time. And we start with one. We eat the elephant one bite at a time. And so we start with one. And this is the third card. This is because we are the keepers of the earth. We start with one because we are the keepers of the earth. And so here we have the starseed card, and the starseed card, this makes my heart so happy because it says, what lights you up? Okay, what lights you up? And this makes my heart so happy because there are so many that feel like the crystal children and the star seeds and the rainbow children, this next generation of soul evolution, they're going to be the ones to save humanity. They're going to be the ones, and they're the ones who are coming into their own right now. The next generations of leadership are going to be the star seeds and not the crystal children, they need some more time, and the rainbows. And it is so amazing to watch the next generations of leadership that are going to help guide our planet and guide humanity forward into our continuing process of this new evolution. Okay, one more card. I'm supposed to pick one more card. And it says, mirror what else is triggering you. And so again, this is a great opportunity for you to look at what is that, where are your triggers? Okay, where are your triggers? Because when you can identify them, what is triggering you, when you can identify them, then you can be able to say, do I need to lean into this, or am I able to let it go and lean away from it? And I've been working on a lot of that myself, with communication with my partner, and to be able to say, this is triggering me, this is making me unhappy or uncomfortable or whatever it is. And now I get to choose, because it is a conscious choice. Do I want to lean into this, or do I want to let it go? And that is a conscious choice. And the thing is that when you are quieting your mind, you have so much more control over the ability to say, do I need to be triggered by this, or am I able to let it go? Because we're listening to ourselves, we're listening to the body, we're listening. And so we keep in mind always that there are always goddesses and gods and angels and loved ones and animal totems and spirit guides that are with us, and regular guides that are with us all the time to help us and being able to, wow, another one, Slim, you get to go. We're not having that here. And so we are always able to decide that we are not, we are always able to know that we have so much guidance and support and love that is with us at every moment, that we are never alone in the universe. Bye, Slim Western. See ya. See ya, bye. Because we are warrior women and warrior men. We are warrior humans. We are fighting for the betterness and the betterment of humanity and the betterment of our development as human beings. And we're fighting that not with weaponry, but we're fighting that with love. We're fighting that with love. And where was I? Because we are the keepers of the earth, and because we are the ones who are going to change the world. Well, it's important that we understand what is triggering us. I don't know about you all, but today I'm being triggered by spammers. We are like overwhelmed today. That we are what is triggering us and what can we let go. So for those of you who maybe didn't stick around for the end of our time today, with my heart, I want to say I'm sorry that we have attracted so much negative energy today, and what a pain in the butt to have our time together interrupted by these people who are only out for harm. And if you have made it this far and stuck with us through the whole of our time together, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for your tolerance. And be sure that you are blocking these people on your own pages as well. And my apologies. We will continue to work on it diligently. And I want to say thank you very much again to the amazing Robin Kasdan-Toby, who has been our sentinel of deleting comments faster than I can get to them. And I appreciate you so very much for being part of our guardianship of our community of light. And if you are watching and you want to be part of that, Chris Judd, if you want to be, I will be so honored to have you helping out as well, because it takes a village. It's our community, and it's up to all of us to protect it and to keep our community of light safe, and not to let other people come in and corrupt it. So yeah, Chris, I'll take a question. You bet. Absolutely. I know that these spammers, they do kind of spoil it for everyone. And so I do apologize, and we'll try and see if we can find better ways to handle them. It has seemed in the past that calling them out by name was a great way to make them scurry like little rats. But today they seem to be pretty tenacious, and so I do apologize for that. So we'll take one question. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. I really do. What do we need to know to keep working on? Okay. I'm not allowed to answer this question for you. I love you with all my heart, Chris Judd, but I'm not allowed to answer this question for you because they are reminding me that you have been asking basically the same question for a couple of different in different weeks. And what I'm being told is you know what to do and trust yourself. And one of the things that they're trying to get with you is about trusting yourself more. And you, as much as I love you, and I do, Chris and I have been friends for decades, they want you to trust yourself. They're talking about trusting yourself. So, oh, that's an interesting question. So, Chris, I want to encourage you to quiet the mind, and really listen in to what they're trying to get you to see, and trust your heart. But I'm so excited for you to have a huge project that you're working on, and trust your heart, because you know what you need to do. So they're talking about leaning into your own understanding and also enhancing your communication with them, your direct communication with them. Because here's the truth, folks. As much as I love answering your questions and sharing mini readings and working with you and helping however I am able, you don't really need a medium or a psychic to answer questions for yourself. All we need to do is come back to our first card today, which is quieting the mind and listening to what they are trying to tell you. The same answer your guides have been giving you. Well, there you go. So, all right. Sonia asks, will my boyfriend tell his family about me this year, or will we meet? Sonia, I think there's not an answer for you that isn't COVID connected, because I feel like that's going to be an excuse that there's going to be hiding behind until there is a safe way to connect with his family, that isn't where COVID is no longer an excuse. So I want to tell you, you're going to have to bide your time a little bit longer, but at the same time, I want to encourage you to really ask yourself, is this the right place for me? And I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but just to ask yourself, is this where I'm supposed to be? So something is really itching in my eye right now, and I haven't moved or done anything. Something is itching in my eye. And so this tells me right away, Sonia, what is Sonia not seeing? What is Sonia not willing to look at? What is Sonia not seeing? So I want to say to you that COVID is going to continue to be an excuse, but I also want to strongly encourage you to, what is it that you're not seeing or not willing to see, that is maybe really going on in that situation of where his reluctance is. So hang in there, hang in there. All right, my loves, I want to thank you so much for joining me and spending some time. And again, I want to apologize for the buffet of scammy, spammy people that we had today. I truly apologize for that. Thank you for sticking with me. If you are on Instagram, feel free to please come over and follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Sherry Dworkin-Smith Psychic Medium. If you are on Facebook, please come over to Instagram, follow me over there, and Sherry Dworkin-Smith Psychic Medium. Actually, I think on Instagram it says Sherry Dworkin-Smith Psychic Med, because there's only so many so many character spaces over there. And I would love for you to join us in all the places. I know Robin has posted my link tree in the comments, so you can find all the places to follow me. And we are so close to giving away that free 30-minute reading on Facebook. And once we cross that mile marker, we will be moving into giving away another mile marker to give away free readings on Instagram. And check back here next Monday to see whether we're going to be able to have some time together or not. Will all depend on my surgical situation on Friday. So thank you so much for riding it out with me. Thank you for being with me. I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget to join me on Wednesday night for meditation, 7 o'clock, right back here. Have a great one.